happy hour TV. Gonna grab a drink or three, because you know it's always 5 o'clock somewhere. Two lads from Yorkshire and another bloke from Somerset. Something to chewing the fat with each other, you never quite know what you're gonna get. Mark is a spark and his barbs are sharp, he has us crying. For an electrician his banter is electrifying. Neil's a designer, the guy with the cider. John is the landlord and they're all on happy hour TV.
Good evening, folks. It's always 5 o'clock somewhere. It's happy hour. Welcome to the channel. It's this will be your first time. This is the first video, our first episode. So thank you for clicking the link to come and have a look. Don't forget to put your comments in below. Hit the like button and all that kind of stuff. We've got a few chaps with us. My name's Neil. I'm the gadget man. I'm a graphic designer. We've got a couple of guys. Just give yourselves a wave, and we'll go to John. John, hello. Say hi for us, and tell us.
Hello there.
Where are you from? What do you do?
So I am a pub landlord, and I run the New Inn in Thornton, which is a small village in Bradford.
Cool. And we've got Mark the Spark underneath. He's our local Spark guy. Mark. Anything else to add other than
as you say,
fiddle with
Mark the Spark.
Mark the Spark.
That's what I am. Yeah.
Cool. What are we drinking tonight, guys? It's happy hour. I've got a Thatcher's Gold. You know me. I'm a Somerset lad at heart and born and bred from Somerset. So I'll always champion a Thatcher's. What have we got? What are you guys drinking?
Well, I've got a pint of real ale. Hand pulled, of course, and downstairs. I've also got a little tipple of
very convenient having a pub downstairs, John, isn't it? Very
indeed, yes.
Yeah. What's your ale? What are you drinking? What ale is it?
It's nomadic pale ale. Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Nice pint.
Oh, it's beautiful. Very hoppy.
Nice, cool. Mark, what are you drinking?
I'm keeping it fairly local today. I'm on a Saltaire Blonde.
Saltaire Blonde, champion in the local brewery. Very good.
Local brewery. Yeah.
Cool. Let's have a cheers. Let's all bring our glasses up and say cheers. This is our first
episode.
And
cheers, everybody.
Congratulations. Let's enjoy the evening. We've got some stuff to go through tonight. First thing, let's have a quick catch up. What we've all been doing. It's Friday night, 5 o'clock. What have you done this week, John?
Well, I spent a lot of the day shopping for shoes with the children.
Thrilling, yeah.
What a joy that's been.
Brilliant. Mark, you've been out this evening? Where have you been?
I've been watching the oldest play football. He had his first friendly tonight.
Superb.
Oh, yeah?
We didn't get on very well. It was the first game. It was the first pre-season game, so we'll put it down to not being a bit rusty. We're playing against the under 16s.
Very tough.
Thornton United. So
nice.
I think it ended up 8 or 9-0. But
yeah.
Oh,
well, there's a good couple of games in, isn't there?
Yeah. So
cool. I've not done much other than my graphic design work. I've been sat at a computer screen, going blurry-eyed, square-eyed. So, but much of the same. It's been an interesting week work-wise, but onwards and upwards. It's been a funny few months, and it with the virus lark. So we're slowly getting back to some kind of business activity. So just be thankful that there's a little bit coming back in. Okay, I've got a game to play. Are you ready for a quick game?
Of course, yeah.
This is what happens next. Okay, right. So what happens next? I'm going to show you 3 adverts. All right. First advert I'll show you, and then we'll comment, and then I'll bring it back. But give me time to switch the screens, because we're using this fantastic thing called Zoom. Let's give it a go. Right. I'm going to share the screen and get ready to press play. Here we go.
What a good looking chap.
Okay. The question is, what happens next? Let me take it off share. What do you think happens next, guys? Have you seen it before? Have you seen it before?
I've possibly seen it before.
Okay, all right. John, have you seen this
many
before?
years ago?
And do you know what happens next? Do you know what happens?
Well,
Doesn't matter if you do. Go on.
does someone pull the curtains back and is there something?
Okay, all right.
No.
Mark, what do you think?
In this version, does his chair, his seat fall?
Yeah. Okay, let's watch the next bit then. Let me get it back on. Here we go. Absolute classic.
Happiness is a cigar called Hamlet, the mild cigar.
The mild cigar. Brilliant. I absolutely love that. So yeah, we've got that
Am I
right.
correct in thinking he was the guy who plays Ramsey Nesbitt?
It is. Same guy.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, same guy.
Fantastic. Yeah. With his string vest.
Right. Okay. This is your next one then. Okay. Here we go.
Io Cinzano bianco, signora.
Thank you.
Yes, gracias.
Ah, due?
Collins
No,
making an appearance.
mine was a Cinzano as well. Now that's better. Oh, can't you just smell those Italian wines, suffused with herbs and spices from four
continents.
Quite being boring. Oops.
Okay. What happens next? Let me get us back on screen. Go on. Anybody? Have you seen it before? That's your first question. Have you seen it before, Mark?
I have.
Okay. John, have you
But
seen this before?
long time ago.
You've never seen this before, John?
Is that my uncle?
Is it? I don't know. Ah, right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It's my uncle, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. Okay. Do you know what happens?
No, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Mark?
I must admit, I can't remember what happens in this one.
Can't remember. Right. Here we go. Let's watch it then.
Sorry. Getting your head down, sweetie. Not a good idea.
From the house of Cinzano Bianco.
Oh dear. Brilliant. Putting your head down, love. Yeah. Smashing on it. Brilliant. Very good. Very good. I've got one more. Let's get the next one up. Okay, I absolutely. So here we go. This is our third one. Absolutely love this. Right, I think these are brilliant. Right, they're not UK based, so we won't have seen it on UK television. It's only if you've been browsing and surfing the net that you may have come across this. So I doubt if you'll know what the product is, but if you've seen it before, you may know what happens. So let's give it a go. Let's get it on the screen. Okay. Okay, you've seen what's happened so far. Let me take it off.
Is it? Was it a chimp? Was it a little chimp?
Yeah, chimpanzee. Yeah. Have you seen it before? Have you seen it before?
No.
Not seen this
I
before.
remember.
Okay, all right. Any thoughts as to what might have happened?
Well, he might be some sort of karate chimp, might he?
Might be. Yeah.
World champion wrestling chimp. He grabs him in a headlock. Does it get you some sort of walkie-talkie out and go through for security?
This is genius. You're gonna love this. Any ideas, Mark?
Not a clue.
Not a clue. Right, here we go. Let's watch some more. Here we go.
Trunk Monkey theft retrieval system. Because sometimes getting your car back is simply not enough. Another revolutionary idea you'll only find at Suburban Auto Group, pending approval by Department of Agriculture.
Yo!
Who wants one of them in the boot? Absolutely love them. There's loads of them, loads of ads based on that. So no doubt I'll feature another one at another time. Yeah, so there you go. So that's what happens next. There you go. John, go on, what's your question?
Okay, gents. So one for you to have a quick ponder over and share a treasured memory of when you and your best mate were growing up. So tell us a story about when you were growing up with your best mate.
Mark, do you want to go first?
I can do.
Go on.
Yeah. Go on. This story involves two people. One being a friend, Mark, and the other one my cousin, Jason. So they were both a couple of years older than me, 3 years older than me. So I would have been maybe 7, they may have been about 10. Right. So one day they decided they were going to take me on an adventure. So they said, we're going to take you to an adventure playground. So off we went on our little travels, and this adventure playground, it was in town, Bradford city centre. So we off we go on those little travels down Church Bank, making his way down there, and then we see one of my mum's friends on the opposite side of the road. So because they knew we shouldn't really be where we were, we just legged it and legged it right across the road. And then got hit by a car.
Ooh, I wouldn't expect you to say that.
Yeah.
But so this poor guy jumps out of his car saying, "You all right? You all right?" And he just jumps up and we all run off.
Oh really? You were fine.
We all just jumped up it, just ran off. So then we carried on as travels into Bradford City Centre, looking for this adventure playground, and it turned out it was a toy shop called Carter's. that was the adventure playground.
Oh,
Carter's. And that was probably my first. And that was probably my first visit into Bradford City Centre on my own.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, Carter's, they had catapults and all sorts, isn't it?
Oh, catapults, air rifles, fishing rods, everything in there, didn't it? Yeah.
Hang on. It didn't. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a kid's toy shop. I mean, that sounds like a bloke's toy shop. You know.
That was like on the ground floor. All the catapults and guns were on the ground floor.
Superb.
And as you went up various different floors, first floor might have been Barbies and Cindy's.
Right.
Second floor might have been Star Wars and Scale Electrics.
Yeah.
Like boys' toys.
Yeah. Cool. It's not there now. I'm guessing Carter's will have been long gone, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's no longer there.
Yeah.
It's where, do you know Rimington's Chemist?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's in that building.
Right. Nice, cool. My mate Phil, everyone will know, especially folks back home down in Somerset. Neil was never far away from Phil, right? Phil and Neil, we were like hand and deck. We were like the duo. Everybody knew, we were together, best buddies or whatever. And we got up to all sorts of silly stuff. A great story. I'm probably peaking, on one of our stories, but we'll go with it. And if Phil's listening to this, me and Phil haven't caught up for many years, so I'll be very surprised if he's tuned into this. But if he does, he'll remember this fondly. He got dumped by a girl, right? He was about 16, 17 years old. Right, he'd got dumped by this girl by letter. Okay, right. So he opened up this letter. He says, "I've got a letter from her," and we sat down, and he's opened up this letter, and he's gone, she's dumped me, right? And I'm like, don't worry, mate, you'll be all right, as blokes do. Yeah, you'll be all right. You know the best thing for that? Burn it. All right. All right. Now, Phil had been gifted. I think his one side of the family. I think one of his grandfathers had passed away, and in the inheritance, Phil had gained I think it was a Mark II Cortina, right? Quite an old Cortina with a leather top. It was quite fancy. It was an old motor, and he had it in a garage, right? Well, in this garage, we used to tinker about. Phil's a bit of a mechanic and things, so he just loved tinkering with bits. And I would help him. And in this garage, he had like a dribble, probably about an inch in the bottom of a fuel can, right? I said, just burn it, right? Got the fuel can, and we tore up the letter, put it down on the floor, doused it in petrol, and then drew a line back, right, with this petrol. The thing was, we'd left the torn up bits of paper and this little pool of petrol in the garage. All right, we didn't think to do it out of the garage. It was in the garage, and the trail of fuel was going out of the garage and up a very, very slight incline, and then we sat at the top of this incline, lit the match, put it down onto the fuel. The fuel, you just saw this flame shoot straight along, really, really quick. Never seen it ever before in our lives, right? Straight into the garage. Now, because there was a slight incline, the fuel had actually traveled all down into the garage. So there was more fuel in the garage than there was, in the trail, if you like, right? So it all kind of seeped back into the garage. What should have been a flame about that big, I suppose, was now wider than, much bigger. It was about 1 meter wide and about 1 meter tall, with like a woof of a flame. And in this garage, it's an old straw roof, right? The line, the insulation in this in this old garage, and we could have taken out about 3 or 4 garages, but quick thinking, we ran in there or whatever, got something or whatever and squatted it, and put it out. But so whoever that girl was nearly set that garage alight. I don't know who the girl was, don't remember, but Phil will know the story. Phil will know it well. We almost set alight to this garage. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. There you go, John. Go on, tell us yours, best mate. Yarn story.
Well, I've been influenced by your stories, and as Mark was telling his story, I was thinking, you know what, I've got one similar to that, but it's a bit of a disaster one, And then when you're telling me your story, a little misadventure with a vehicle, I was thinking, oh yeah, I've got one like that as well. Well, we'll go with the first one though, and it was when I was around 11 years old, 10 years old, something like that. And I think I might have told you guys before, where it was bonfire night, and I was there with my cousin. I spent a lot of time with my cousin Gareth. Hi Gareth, if you're watching. And we were mischievous. So what we used to do every bonfire night is we'd go down to my grandma's allotments, and we'd have this, this big fire. It'd be great. We'd all take a few silent fireworks. But me and Gareth, we went round the back of the bonfire, and we were being naughty, and we're breaking branches off the trees and shrubs, and we're throwing them onto the back of the bonfire. Our mums and dads will know what we're doing, but we're just like harmless fun. Yeah, But then my foot fell through this little hole in the floor. I didn't think anything of it. And within moments, we felt this discomfort, this sort of fluttering around us. And then this tremendous pain, we realised that we had wasps going up the inside of our trousers.
Oh,
we were getting stung. And we started to scream as like, oh my God, because we couldn't figure out, you know, at the time we didn't know it was wasp. We knew something was hurting us badly. So, so there's me and my cousin kind of all screaming at the top of our voices, and my aunties and uncles all ran round to get us, and they ripped our clothes off us and threw them to one side, apart from those underpants. Thank God. And swacked all the wasps off us. And, and they sort of threw us over the shoulder and carried us up the road to my auntie's house and doused us in vinegar. You know, underpants, yeah.
Oh.
And we both had equal number of stings, and I had 70 stings on me. All over my body, with bum cheeks and everything. Yeah.
I know. Right. I need to disclose something here.
That was a misadventure.
I have a major fear of wasps. I can't do it. You've just I've broken out in a sweat just at the mere thought of it. Right? I'm wiping my hands because my hands have just gone sweaty and clammy.
Went back the next day, you know. My uncles went back the next day to the allotment because they wanted to do this nesting, and they'd all gone.
Oh.
They were gonna burn it or something.
Well, that's because you stood on their nest. They went off and built another one somewhere, didn't they?
No, but you might think that possibly the wasp could have rebuilt the nest or tried to resettle nearby, but no, they'd gone completely.
Gone.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so tense right now. Every muscle in my body is tense. Right, I genuinely have a fear. Right, there's a word for it. Right, I know there's a word.
I need to go to the bar now.
You need to ring the bell, do you? You need to get your.
Yeah. What? Hey, beer. This glasses leaks.
Oh dear. Goodness me, while he gets restocked, there's a word for it. Spexophobia. Fear of wasps.
Fear of wasps.
Yeah. Only reason why I remember it is specs. Specs is in glasses. Spexophobia is fear of wasps, and I certainly have it. One flew in the office. One flew. Spexophobia. A wasp flew in today, right? And normally I bolt, right? I'm out of here, right? If a wasp flies in, I'm gone, right? So I ran down the stairs, you know, to get Joe on the case because Joe's my wasp catcher, right? She's not in, right? So then the office is out of bounds. Do you know what I mean? So like, I'm creeping up the stairs like this, you know, like I am useless. Perhaps big burly guy scared of something that small. It's crazy. It's silly.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you for that.
Neil. Honestly, a couple of years ago, I can't remember which child it was now, but I had one of the children on me who was poorly, and he'd just gone to sleep, and I heard this, and it was quite a fractious. And I looked up, and the bloody wasp that was on the curtain rail above my head was humongous, right? And it was going bananas with its wings. I thought, oh my God! So I shouted at Lauren and I said, Lauren, come here. I wanted it to vacuum the wasp to get it away from, because I didn't want to move because I had the baby in my hands. It was poorly. Anyway, and she stood in the office door. She looked at it like, no. And I said, honestly, Lauren, go and get the vacuum cleaner. Right? She wouldn't do it. The thing, it got that excited, it fell off the curtain rail and it hit the floor. It sounded like you dropped a Murray mint. It went with a thud. Wow. And it landed on carpet. Oh my God, how big is this bloody wasp? And then it came up the bloody sofa, and then it was walking along my arm.
Shut up. Can't do it, man. God. I can't.
Yeah, Neil, I'm trying to stay calm here. I'm trying to stay calm. I've got this baby on me in my arms. That's that's asleep and really poorly as well. And Lauren is stood in the doorway of the office saying, no, can't do that. I said, Lauren, get the bloody vacuum cleaner. Won't you do it? No. So we had to do a quick, shuffle. And I had to run out of the room and get the vacuum cleaner myself. By that time, it was going bananas and trying to sting the light bulb, because that was the thing that it was taking its anger out on.
Oh, flipping heck.
I got it in the end. Bloody hell. Yeah, horrible. Biggest wasp I've ever seen in my life.
You're just trying to say how many times you can say wasp.
God, flipping heck. Right.
Do you remember that wasp that was in the office that time on curtain rail?
That's a swear box. Our first swear box. Well done, Lauren.
Right.
Yeah.
But did I have a top on, or was it? Did I have a t-shirt on or not?
No, just naked.
So the wasp was crawling over my naked arm.
Oh, flipping it. Right, moving on.
She stood in the office door, wouldn't even go get the vac.
Oh, dear.
Bloody hell, biggest wasp ever won it on that one.
Yeah,
Right, moving on. Let's do our second question.
Fueled up now.
Yeah, we'll make this question a little bit shorter, shall we? Right, there you go.
So, gentlemen, we move on to the next question, which is:
it's as long
what
as
is your favourite food?
Oh, I can cope with that. Sorry.
Just in case someone might want to come along and say, you know what, we'll throw something in the mix. We'll sponsor you an episode.
Yeah. So yeah, we're up for that. If there's anyone out there that wants to sponsor our show, get in touch. Details will be in the description below. But yeah, favorite food. I love food. All right. I'll eat anything. Me, pork pies, sausages, anything like that. It's usually meat based. So yeah. So if there's sausages is probably one of my favorite foods. I like it. Yeah, perfect butcher's. Proper butcher sausage. Yeah. Anything. Don't matter what flavor it is. When they started bringing out all fancy ones, that was even better.
Excellent.
Yeah, so if Walls wants to sponsor us, that'll be fine. Or Richmond's, yeah, anyone like that, I'll take any sponsorship for sausages. Mark?
Yeah, like you, I like lots of different foods. We've got a good variety, a good range of foods that I like. But I quite like a nice spaghetti bolognese.
Spag bowl, a sponsorship for Spag bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Send it our way.
We're going to get a pasta sponsorship.
Even with the leftovers, throw it in a bit of pasta. Yeah. Pasta.
Excellent.
Pasta tubes. Yeah.
Super.
Oh God, yeah.
Go on, John. What's on the menu?
If I sort of had to, if I imagined my ideal tipple for a bit of a share with friends, I like the really spicy food. I like to challenge myself. How hot can I go, and how hot can my comrades go? So the idea of a heat challenge for me is quite appealing, and also the idea of an eating challenge of a monstrous slab of meat, so a big steak, so that sort of thing is really up my street.
I didn't build this physique by not doing challenges like that, John. I don't know. I don't know if the restaurant's still around. Is Fatty Arbuckle's still around as a restaurant? No. Fatty Arbuckle's did a major meat, mixed meat challenge. Do you remember it? I tell you, there was so much meat on it, and if you'd managed to finish the plate, you got a T-shirt saying I did the challenge at Fatty Arbuckle's. I mean, it was a big. Oh, of course I did. Yeah. Of course I did. Yeah.
Of course, yes.
Of course I did. I went to a pizza. It wasn't Pizza Hut. It was Deep Pan. It was called Deep Pan Pizza, I think it was. It was a restaurant anyway in Southampton, and they used to do a all-you-can-eat lunch buffet. All right. So they used to bring out the pizzas, whatever, and they're already sliced. So you go up with your plate, you get a couple of slices, put it on, go and sit at your table. Now, bear in mind, we're students, all right? So if they're going to put on a $5.99 all-you-can-eat buffet, we're gonna make it an all-you-can-eat buffet, all right? Yeah. Not just a few slices, all right? I'll tell you have a guess. How many slices do you think I managed? All right, and I can at some point.
Slices.
And just normal pizza slice, normal pizzas. A bit like if you go to Pizza Hut or something like that. We've got a guy, a friend of mine called Ryan, who joined us on that day, right? And maybe Ryan can jump on a call one time or whatever, and he'll verify this. So how many slices do you reckon it was?
I'm guessing you did the equivalent of 2 pizzas, which would be about 20 slices.
Okay.
I'd have said about 15.
Okay, all right. It was 20, John.
Was it really?
No, it was 21, because I'd managed 20, all right, and I was done, all right. And the guy asked us to leave, all right.
Did it?
Yeah, because we'd eaten a lot, all right, because we'd been there a long time, all right. So he asked us to leave. And Ryan and Paul were there, and another chap, and we said, we've done 20. I'm done, all right. But as I got up to leave, I reached over, grabbed one more slice, and walked out the restaurant eating one more slice. So 21 slices. Yeah, definitely. There you go.
That is sheer class, isn't it?
21 slices. That was a challenge. Was that 21 slices of pizza? Yeah.
I don't think I've ever eaten a full pizza.
Oh, I know. I can tuck them away.
Switch off your phones. It's pub quiz time. Over to Mark.
Okay. Right, this week, guys, it's a daft American quiz.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, because
based on American daft laws.
Yeah,
and just silly stuff about America.
Not suggesting that we think Americans are daft, but yeah, I we'll forge some kind of friendships with them over the water, over the pond. Right? Do we need pens and paper, Mark?
Yeah, if we've got a pen and paper handy.
And how many questions?
He who is prepared.
How many questions have we got?
We've got 10 questions.
Good. I like writing down my numbers first, you see. Bear with me.
Yeah.
Right, go on. So first question.
Right, number 1.
Okay.
In Florida, only on Sundays, it is illegal for a single woman to do what?
Single woman.
Single woman on a Sunday in Florida.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2.
If you can't get it quick enough, John, you'll lose out. Go on, number 2.
Number 2. In California, you can't legally buy a mousetrap without having what? So you need something to buy a mousetrap.
Okay. Number 3.
Number 3. In Texas, it's illegal to swear in front of what?
In Texas?
Yeah. Number 4.
Yeah.
Number 4, we're off to Minnesota. In Minnesota, it is illegal to tease what type of animal?
Sorry, Matt, repeat that, please.
Right. In Minnesota, it is illegal to tease what type of animal?
Okay, next one.
Okay, moving on. Number 5, a bit of a change in direction now. Who claimed he could drive away the devil with a fart?
Oh, it's cold.
Okay. Go on.
Right, number 6. What was Hugh Hefner's jet plane named? Ready for number 7?
What was his aeroplane named?
Yes. What did he call his jet plane?
Okay, all right.
Okay. Number 7. What was Walt Disney afraid of?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you should be able to get this one.
It's probably wasps.
It's number 8.
Wasps.
Wasp. Number 8. On average, what is the thing that Americans do 22 times a day?
22 times a day. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are these relatively easy, Mark?
Some of them can be, yeah.
Okay, all right.
You might get a few. We might get a few.
All right. Okay. All right.
I'll get a penny.
In Alaska, right, number 9.
Yeah.
In Alaska, it's legal to shoot bears, but illegal to do what? So you can shoot the bears, but what can't you do?
So it's legal to shoot the bear, but it's illegal to
do something. Yeah.
To the bear?
With a bear.
With a bear. Yeah. Okay.
Right, and number 10. This could be maybe a bit of a tiebreaker question, depending on how the scores go. Right, and I'll accept to the nearest 100 on this one. Or maybe 1,000. I'll go nearest 1,000.
Okay, all right.
Number 10. With how many bricks is the Empire State Building made of?
Oh.
Bricks.
To the nearest 1,000.
Well, yeah. It might get stretched to 10,000 depending on what what your guesses are.
Okay.
Or million.
Or million.
Well.
Goodness me. I mean, it's pretty tall, John. I mean, I've been up it. I've got a photograph from the top.
I thought it was glass wall.
No.
How tall are these bricks?
Yeah.
We're trying to get a rough figure for you.
Okay. All right. I've stuck an extra naught on.
Yeah.
Okay, rattle down through the answers for us. Don't ask the questions,
right.
Give us the answers. First one.
Skydive.
Oh, sunbathe, right. What did you have?
I put hang the washing out.
Okay, number 2.
Number 2, a hunting license.
Oh, I had
for a mousetrap.
Yeah, pest.
I put mice.
Yeah, you had to show you had some. Okay, number 3.
Number 3, you can't swear in front of a corpse.
Oh, wow.
Oh. Okay, so none right so far.
This is why we had the tie-break question. Number 4, you're not allowed to tease a skunk.
Oh, okay.
Well, for sort of semi-obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. And
who?
Yeah, it could. You would think so, wouldn't you?
Say that
Chuck
again,
Norris.
John. Sorry, say that again.
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris.
That's the only one I thought I could have cried.
Good guess, sir.
That would have been good. I went for big American evangelists. So I had that scam bloke called Peter Popoff. whatever his name was.
You could
What
have
was the
been in
question
the
again,
right.
though, Matt?
You could have been in the right sort of area, Neil.
An evangelist guy.
Yeah, it was
not
claimed
not Billy Graham.
He could drive away the devil with a fart.
Oh.
It was Martin Luther.
Oh, really?
What?
Wow. Hey, I'm writing that one down. That was good. That's good. I like that. Right, go on. Number 6.
Right, number 6. The aeroplane. His plane is called Big Bunny.
Oh, I put Bunny. I did put Bunny. Yeah. I'll get half a point.
Half a point.
I'll get half a point. Well, we got half a point.
He always goes big, doesn't he?
I put Bunny. I did call it Bunny. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Number 7.
He's afraid of mice.
He was.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I got 1.5 points, John. How are you doing?
I haven't got anything.
Get in. Go on. Right. Last
No
3.
time.
Yeah.
Number 8. The Americans, on average, 22 times a day, open the fridge.
Oh.
Flipping heck.
There's not high fives.
No.
I put shake hands. I was going down that line, John. Right, number 9.
Yep. Number 9. What can you do to a bear?
I would say wake it up in hibernation.
You gotta eat them.
You're not allowed to wake it up, Neil.
Not allowed to wake it up.
Yep.
Did I get it right? Goodness me. Flipping it.
Bloody hell, fire.
Yeah.
He's
Don't
on
wake
fire.
a sleeping bear. Yeah. Okay, and how many bricks?
The Empire State Building. Yeah.
I put
How many do you reckon? What's the guesses?
170,000. 170,000.
6 million.
You're in the right sort of area with millions, yeah?
Oh, right.
It was 10 million.
Oh,
10 million.
John,
Do
you
I
got
get
your
3
point.
points for that guess?
Oh, dear.
Hold on a minute, I'll just give 3 ticks there. So I get 3.
That can be right. 2.5 points are awarded to me. So we'll flash
Is that all
up
you got, Neil?
2.5 points, yeah. But I think you find I won there, John.
Well, because I didn't actually get any right.
So go on then, John. What's our next question?
Okay, chaps. The next one is, if you recall, what was the first CD or LP, of course, that you ever bought?
I remember me and my brother. You guys will know, and now the viewers will know. We both do DJing and stuff, so we've got a real love for music and stuff. Jason, my brother, we'll get him on a show, so he'll fill up that 4th screen. We'll get him on, and he'll tell you some yarns about me, no doubt. He was a rock head, right? He liked Queen, Def Leppard, I think a bit of Iron Maiden and Guns N' Roses. He just loved good, heavy rock music, right? And in our house, the parents, downstairs must have just heard the battle of, the bands, if you like, right? You had Jason turning up his stereo, right? And then me turning up mine. Now, on mine, you can tell what kind of music it probably was. It was electronic, kind of dance music sort of stuff. Yes, they had that back in the day. And my first album that I bought, I don't know whether it's embarrassing or not, is Yaz and the Plastic Population. Yaz, The Only Way Is Up. And but she was a bit of a poster babe. I had her posters up on my wall and things as well. But definitely a bit of house music, Jack, woo, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Don't listen to it now so much. But that was my first record, or I think it was it record or cassette? No, I think it was record. Cool. Go on, Mark.
Yeah. Well, I think First record is properly bought, I would say. I think it will be the first Band-Aid record.
All right. Do they know it's Christmas?
Yeah, I think about 87, something like that.
86, 87, somewhere like that. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around about that. But I think that's the first one I probably went out and bought. I think I did maybe get one by default, stuck to a Smash Hits magazine at one point. that might have been something like 5-star.
Yeah, 5-star. Yeah,
from what I can remember, them flexible discs.
Yes, yeah, they used to, didn't they? So it wasn't like the hard plastic.
Magazine.
Yeah, it wasn't hard plastic, was it? It was like a vinyl, like a thin vinyl thing. Yeah. I don't suppose you've ever seen anything like that, John.
No.
Yeah, go on, John. What album did you have then?
Well, I did actually buy 2 CDs before I really knew what I was buying.
I remember CDs when they came out.
So the first one I only bought because my cousin was too shy. She was a bit timid, and I'm not sure if once and I was fed up with it, and ahhing. So I said, "Look, if you buy it, I'll buy it." So I ended up buying a CD. Not because I wanted it, because she was just looking around too much and didn't actually make her mind up. So I bought a CD that I didn't want. So that was the first one I actually bought. And then the next one.
No. What was it? No. Hang on. You haven't told us what it was. So what?
It was Michael Jackson's sister.
Oh right, yeah.
What was that? What was that song that she sang now?
Yeah.
I'll
find it. I'll find it and I'll dub it in. I'll find it and dub it in. There you go. Right. Go on. But you didn't want to buy it. But what did you end up buying yourself? What was your first?
Well, the next one that I bought, I only bought it because I liked the cover. It was that Jungle Is Massive.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
Cracking tune. Yeah.
I did listen to that quite long, actually. Yeah, a bit of a fluke purchase because I didn't have a clue what it was.
Right.
I just bought it because I liked the cover, and then I played it over and over. Yeah.
Super. Let's go on to next question then.
Moving on to our final question of the evening is your favourite family tradition. So looking back, what was your favourite family tradition?
Go on, Mark. Do you want to go first?
I can do.
Go on.
Mine will be obviously growing up when we were a lot younger, and obviously being Scottish and all the family being Scottish. New Year's Eve had a big bearing on our year, or the prospects of the beginning of the year, as I would say. So
hang on. Are you Scottish?
I am Scottish, Neil. Yes.
Oh yeah.
I was born in Glasgow.
I didn't realise that they allowed them past the border. I just thought it was a.
I think we managed to sneak in long before that happened.
But they've stopped us travelling to them, with the virus, haven't they? They've stopped any travel between.
Exactly.
Yeah, go on, carry on. Sorry.
You got the right idea up there. But yeah, I remember most New Year's Eve I used to stay at my grandma's house, my nana's house, because my mum would be out. So we and my sister, we'd stay at my nan's house. So every year, struck at midnight, we have a tradition for the first foot over the threshold, brings in the good luck for the new year. So every year, about 1 minute to 12, we'd get kicked outside the front door with a bottle of whiskey and some shortbread, and we weren't allowed back in until the bells had stopped after midnight. because that was bringing the good luck in for the new year.
Yeah.
Because
Yes, so that.
Yeah,
and
nice. That's a
tradition
good one,
goes.
Cheers. Yeah.
In the morning, if nobody had been to your house, you weren't allowed out until somebody had been to bring the new year in.
Ah, right.
So that was the idea behind it.
And they still do that now?
I think I'm sure they will do.
Yeah.
I've tried it with mine, but they're not interested.
Was there anything to be cool, Mark? And it's a daft question. What did you?
I think some people do take call out, yeah. But ours are always some food and some drink.
Crikey, we will have drank far too much cider to be doing anything so meaningful at midnight. No, I don't think No. Tradition-wise, I remember as a kid, we used to, so at Christmas time, it was Boxing Day, right? The whole family used to gather at my cousin's house, so my auntie and uncle. Absolutely brilliant family. So again, if they're watching, shout out to them. We used to go to their house, all the little kids, so I would have been one of them, would have been there. Loads of kids in the house, loads of adults. All the blokes would disappear, right? Leaving the mums to sort out the buffet, right?
Brilliant.
Right? The big buffet. So all the women are in the kitchen, all doing bits, sausage rolls, vol-au-vents and all the bits away, right? So putting on a big spread, getting the sandwiches done. There's loaves and loaves of bread, just making it all up. Get the pickled onions, brown pickled onions, proper malt vinegar pickled onions and all that kind of stuff. The blokes had all disappeared and gone to the pub, right? My dad at the time, right, wasn't such a good drinker as my uncles and cousins, right, that were older. So they used to get my dad absolutely plastered, right? They all stumble back in at about 5 o'clock, right? And they're all they're all drunk as farts, so that's so the big family get together, right? Now, before the blokes went off, right, Uncle Mike, right, bless his soul, he's passed away now. Uncle Mike, bless him, used to say, and he used to have like a bag of coins, right, and he'd say to all the kids, here's your 50p's, right, and here's the newspaper, what horse do you want? Right, so then he'd collect all the 50p's back off them, right, so that the kids feel like they're betting, you see, and we'd all choose a horse, right, and he'd jot it all down, and whoever won the horse race, he'd come back after going off down the pub, he'd come back with the winnings, you see. And then the kid that, any kids that won, the race, so if there was 2 kids, they shared a pot or whatever. And that's what happened. So horse racing betting when we were quite small, probably between the age of 5 and 10, all betting on horses. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. So when I moved up here, the betting shop down the road, Jason came up, my brother Jason came up for Boxing Day. And my dad was with him, and I said, I want to start a new family tradition, right? And I said, we're going to go to the betting office. And they looked at me like really bizarre, like, what? And I went, we're going to the betting office on Boxing Day, and we're going to bet on a couple of races. We're not betting people, I don't even do the lottery, for goodness sake, so, going into a betting office, it's a foreign place, but you're only putting on 50p because that's what Uncle Mike did, right? So we'd make sure that every horse, that was in the lineup had a bet on it. So one of us is going to win, doesn't matter who it is, right? And whoever wins, right, buys the drinks. So we would go down to your place, John, or whatever, afterwards or whatever, and whoever won with the winnings would buy the rounding, you see. Well, it didn't quite work, did it? Because when we did it, a 50p bet might have been like a 2-way thing. They only got like £2 back, but then now they're having to pay out a tenner to get a round of drinks in. So if you win, you're actually losing out. So there you go. So family tradition, or even just a tradition, If those guys don't come up, if my dad and my brother don't come up, perhaps us three can go down to the betting office and bet on a horse on Boxing Day. So,
we can all check the tribes.
Yeah.
And the bets and fantastic.
Cool.
And has John have you got any traditions that we need to know about?
There's a couple that come to mind. That, you know, I mentioned one earlier about the bonfire night. Absolutely loved bonfire night and Christmas. My mum was one of 7 children.
I have to say, before you go on, John, I have to say, bonfire night up here, compared to Somerset, you lot love bonfire night.
Yeah.
It just seems to be a thing up here, all right?
Yeah.
But down in Somerset, we don't really, we do, but it's not a big thing. No, up here it's you know, it's bonfire night. You have bonfires all over the place. But
it was a knitting thing for us, you know, because my mum had so many siblings, and each sibling had a number of children, and I was in that generation where some of my cousins, my older cousins, had already had children which weren't that much younger than myself. So the family was seeming, it was spreading, you know, there was quite a lot of us. So from a young age, going to my nana's house for Christmas Day, there might be 50 family members there. There might be 30 kids running around. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And bonfire night on my granddad's allotment, that was fantastic. So these memories that we've got, they're very golden, but, you know, treasured. Yeah, loved it. And then when we all became adults, it was a massive shame. But it's now our time to have Christmas and bonfire with our own families.
It's establishing that tradition for your boys, you know, for your kids or whatever. Yeah.
But it's different for us because we work every Christmas and we work every bonfire night, so it's slightly difficult for us to knit it together as a family tradition.
Yeah.
Because it's all commercially.
You're part of other people's traditions now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Other people have traditions where they always go to a pub on Christmas Day and have a couple of pints before dinner.
Yeah.
So you'll become part of theirs, don't you?
If I've got
who I've spoken to and who come to the pub, they've said things like, "I've never been to the pub on Christmas Day, and I think I'm going to start doing it."
Yeah.
I've never done it.
So there's lots of folk who, because feel comfortable, it's a family sort of friendly pub, folk feel comfortable, and there's someone thinking, you know what, I'm going to give that a go, which is nice. It's nice to hear. It's a big thing because we've got such young children. It's a big thing to sort of work Christmas Day. So for folk to come and enjoy it with us, especially friends and whatnot. And it's nice. It feels like it's a sacrifice worth making.
Right, boys, haven't you got homes to go to?
Well, we best, thanks Lauren for that, we'll best wrap up.
Do as we're told.
Yeah, do as we're told. We'll wrap this up, chaps. So next time, we're going to do much the same, really. We're going to have a few questions. We'll have a chinwag and a natter tell some funny stories. And maybe, Mark, you can do your quiz again and things. So, yeah, we'll catch up next time. But enjoyed this, our first episode. So, let's connect with our viewers. Make a comment. Tell us how what you thought, and give us some hints and tips. Some feedback and stuff. Let us know how we did. And if you want to tune in next time, it'll be Friday at 5 o'clock. So Happy Hour TV. It'll be every Friday. Often as we can. So hit the subscribe button. And give the bell a little tick so you get notified when our next videos come online. So thank you guys, really enjoyed that, and look forward to any others? I've got a little dribble left, so cheers to you chaps.
Cheers.
We'll catch up. He's cheers, guys. Really enjoyed it. We'll catch up next time. Cheers.
Cheers.